while otters cling floating on its back on the water, purring slightly, not noticing something approaching to its right. It turns its head, chirps, and dives under water as a large shadow passes it by. It turns out to be Elpa flying overhead, hanging lazily over the back of Elpa's saddle. Grumpily, I'm not one to complain, Sokka said. Elpa flying just above the water. But can Elpa fly any higher? Sokka asked. Sokka's words barely left his lips as Elpa loosely loses more altitude and his paws drag through the water more quickly before rising slightly again. Ignor- Ignorito, I have an idea. Why don't we all get on your points angrily at Sokka? Katara briefly looks at Aang, but resumes her stare in front of her. Back, and you can fly us to the North Pole, Aang said. Ir- 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 um, uh, okay. You two just calm down, Sai said. Guys, I hate to break up this conversation, but we're being surrounded here, said. They're waterbenders, happily. We found the water tribe, Katara said. I don't play this card a lot, but I'm the Avatar, Ink said. Fire Navy Fleet. He's heading north. The Northern Water Tribe. The Avatar needs to master waterbending. He's looking for a teacher, Admiral Zhao said. Impressed. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go. Then what are we waiting for? Captain Lee said. Asked. Let's get him, Captain Lee said. Patience, Captain Lee. This isn't some little Earth village we can just march into. The Water Tribe, and it's a great nation. There's a reason they've survived 100 years of war. The frost tundra is treacherous. The landscape itself is an icy fortress. We need a massive invasion force, Emerald Zhao said. Prince Zuko's ship, singing winter, spring, summer, and fall. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. 4 seasons, 4 loves. 4 seasons, 4 loves. Iroh sings. The music stops as they notice Emerald Zhao boarding the ship along with 2 soldiers. The crew looks in spirit surprise at the Emerald, a high-pitched choir element from the learned. For the last time, I'm not playing the Tsuki horn, Prince Zuko said. No, it's about our plans. There's a bit of a problem, Aro said. Emerald Zhao enters. I'm taking your crew, Emerald Zhao said. Shocked. What? Prince Zuko said, turns around to face Emerald Zhao. I've reached. Oh, I've recruited them for a little exploration to the North Pole, Emerald Zhao said. Uncle, is that true? Prince Zuko asked. I'm afraid so. He's taking everyone, putting his arms over his face in woe. Even the cook, Arrow said. Sorry you won't be there to watch me capture the Avatar, but I can't have you getting in my way again, Emerald Zhao said. A, a furious Prince Zuko charges at Emerald Zhao in anger, but Arrow cuts him off. No, Arrow said. Emerald Zhao notices a pair of swords on the wall. Emerald Zhao's face swells in anger as he recognizes the blades. He flashes back to the rescue in Porosha's stronghold, where the same swords were wielded by the previous unknown blue spirit. He takes one of the off the wall. Prince Zuko's face, his eyes widen and mouth open, clearly recognizing the dagger. He is in the danger he is in. Arrow visibly over Zuko's shoulder. Does not have you heard about the blue spirit, General Arrow? Admiral Zhao asked, who brings pairing with the swords he has removed from the wall. I don't know you. I didn't know you were skilled with bronze swords, Prince Zuko. Emerald Zhao said. I'm not. They're antiques, just decorations, Prince Zuko said. Have you heard about the blue spirit, General Arrow? Emerald Zhao asked. Just rumors. I don't think he's real, Arrow said. He's real, all right. He hands the broadsword to Arrow. He's a criminal and an enemy of the Fire Nation, but I have a feeling justice will catch up with him soon. Emerald Zhao moves to exit the cabin. General Arrow, the offer to join my mission still stands. If you choose, if you change your mind, Emerald Zhao said. Sometime later, boom! The North Pole. Just because you've destined to save the world doesn't don't expect any special treatment, Master Paku said. My friend and I can't wait to start training with you after we relax for a couple days, Aang said. If you want to relax, then I suggest visiting the a tropic island. If not, you can I'll see you both at sunrise. Good night, Master Paku said the next morning. Excitedly, I've waited for this day my whole life. I finally get to learn from a real waterbending master, Katara said. Master Paku is bending a stream of water. Good morning, Master Paku, Aang said, drops the water and speaks in an annoyed tone. No! Please! March right in! It, I'm not concentrating or anything, Master Paku said. This is my friend Katara, the one I told you about, Aang said. I'm sorry. I think there's been a mistake. You didn't tell me your friend was a girl. In our tribe, it's forbidden for women to learn waterbending, Master Paku said. Katara's body, her face clearly resigned, and anger, the anger she feels. Angrily, what do you mean you won't teach me? I didn't travel across the entire world so you could tell me no, Katara said. No, Mr. Paku said. But there must be other female waterbenders in your tribe, Katara said. Here, the women learn from Yagoda to use their waterbending to heal. I'm sure she would be happy to take you as her student, despite your bad attitude, Mr. Parker said. I don't want to heal. I want to fight, Katara said. I can see that, but our tribe has custom some rules, Master Paku said, furious. Well, your rules stink, Katara said. Also just as angry. Yeah, they're not fair. If you won't teach Katara, then, Aang started to say. Then what? Master Paku asked. Then I won't learn from you, Aang said. Well, have fun teaching yourself. I'm sure you'll do a great job, Master Paku said. Wait, Aang didn't mean that. Goes to Aang. You can't risk your training for me. You have to learn from Master Paku even if he is a big jerk. Aang nods. Katara exits later that night. Bending up some water, Master Paku said this move is all about sinking and floating. Aang said. Sends the water to Katara, feeding the water. I got it, Katara said. The water suddenly shoots upward. That was amazing, Aang said. That wasn't me, Katara said. Master Paku has caught them. He takes the water, freezes it, and strikes it and strikes it the ice and strikes it the ice crystals into the ground. It I was just showing Katara a few moves, Aang said. You have this to this pleased me, my teachings, and my entire culture. Master Paku said. I'm sorry, Aang started to say but was cut off. You are no longer welcomed in as my student, Master Paku said. The next morning, Team Avatar meet with Chief Uruak, Master Paku, and Uruak's family members. What do you want me to do? Chief Uruak asked. Force Master Paku to take Aang back as his student? Chief Uruak said. Yes, please, Katara said. I'm sure he might change his mind if you swallow your pride and apologize to him, Chief Urak said. Fine, Katara said. I'm waiting, little girl, Master Paku said. No, begins cracking the ice. No way am I apologizing to an old sour man like you. I'll be outside if you're man enough to fight me, Katara said. Sometime later, as Paku comes down. So, you decided to show up, Katara said. Master Paku walks away. Aren't you going to fight? Katara asked. Go back to the healing hut with the other women where you belong. Katara tightens her fist and sends water whips at him. Master Paku halts. Fine. If you want to learn to fight so bad, study closely. He bends to streams of water from nearby pools and sends them both at a screaming Katara, who falls back. He joins two the two streams together, both Katara and himself, and forces a ring of water. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you, Master Paku said. Katara edges away from the ring and raises the water away. The result blast hits Sokka. Pabu, pa, Master Paku builds an ice wall to defend what Katara sends slides up. She lands on a nearby post. He melts the ice and drips the full blast at her. However, Katara freezes her feet down and she able to direct the water blast away. Determined, you can't knock me down, Katara said. Some of the crowd cheers. Yeah, woo, yeah, woo. Go, Katara, Aang said. Katara charges at him. Master Paku draws up a wall of ice, which she quickly liquefies. She attempts to land blows, but Master Paku ducks them all. He whips water and throws her into a pool, earning the of the earning the approval of the other members of the crowd. Katara emerges from the pool, shakes out her hair, and summons some water, a small water pillar of ice, where she proceeds to send a series of ice discs at her opponent. Master Paku breaks up most of them using his wrist. A one comes very close to hitting him. He looks at her in irritation. Tara, now back on the ground, attacks by sending a stream of water at him. However, Master Paku gathers into it into a large stream of water and sends it full force at her guitar. It is sent back several feet, a close wait, feet. Her bent she bends bent her she's bent over, breathing hard. She rises suddenly, and sends two snow piles down at him, which Master Paku turns to dust. Mist, the snow, the mist clears. Katara bends over slightly, sending a wave of ice at Master Paku, who r- raises himself into an ice pillar. He proceeds to liquefy the pillar, charging straight at Katara, who sends a powerful stream of water his way. Paku avoids the attack, instead making to freeze Katara's stream of water, which he slides across. He struggles past her and strikes her down, knocking her necklace off. In the process, Katara falls right to the ground as Paku lands onto the rim of the pool, bends a tower of water, and multiplies the stream over his opponent's head. He swiftly freezes the water into several ice shards, which he sends down at Katara. She becomes trapped in the flurry of ice daggers and appears still for a moment. The crowd gasps in horror. One child looks away in fear. Katara lifts her head and begins to struggle, attempts to break free as Besser Paku causes and strolls away. This fight is over, Master Paku said. Come back here. I'm not finished yet, Katara said. Yes, you are. Noticing the necklace that this is my necklace. Master Paku said. No, it's not. It's mine. Give it back, Katara said. I made this 60 years ago for my love, my life. For Kana, Paku said. The next day, hey, Katara, Aang said. What do you think you're doing here? Master Paku asked. Pauses as Katara looks up. It's past sunrise. You're late, he said.